Three things that I learned when I started truly loving myself. For a long time, people used to say, you just don't love yourself. You just don't love yourself. And I would emphatically say, I do love myself. But over time, I realized that I honestly did not love myself. Once I took the time to pour back into me, I realized that those people were actually right. I didn't love myself. But after going through a period of pure self-love, there are three things that I can think of that changed in my life from me simply learning to love myself. Number one, I would say, is my boundaries became a lot more solidified. I thought going along with everybody to get along or being nice and easy, right, made life easy for not only me, but for everyone else. But I realized that that actually was me dishonoring myself. I wasn't true to what I really wanted. I would settle for what was, I would settle for less. Or I would go along just to get along and not necessarily want it to be there. And I knew it was okay to say no. It was okay to decline an invitation. But I went along because I wanted to be that girl, or I wanted to be that friend, or I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or I didn't want to miss out on anything. But I realized that wasn't really what I desired to do at the moment. And it's okay to be true to your own personal desires, even if it's inconvenient to others. That's okay. But that is truly honoring yourself. And that's how you love yourself genuinely. So my boundaries became a lot more concrete. I had no problem saying, hey, 9:30, I am out of here. Y'all can stay and cackalack and kiki and do all the things, but I have things I need to get home to. I have a long day in the morning, whatever the circumstance was. But once I finally did that, I realized there was nothing wrong with me establishing those boundaries. And if someone didn't like it, then that was their problem, not my problem to fix. It was up to them to adjust. Either they adjust to the boundary and continue in the ship of relations with me, or they opt out. And that's okay if people walk away. But what I know is true is I'll always be there for myself. So it didn't matter to me. Once my boundaries started to get more solidified, who came and who gone, who left, who came in my life and who left. Because what I realize is I will always be there for me. The second thing that I noticed changed once I truly started to love myself was my outside world changed. My experiences changed. The things that I thought I had no control over started to change, right? People treated me a lot better. I don't know if it was because the love that I doted on myself radiated so loud and obvious to everyone else that they treated me with a certain respect, a certain air, a certain level of care, right? And so I realized that the standard that I set for myself became the standard that the world acquiesced to. So people wouldn't offer me bare minimum, or they knew that certain experiences or treatment was below what's acceptable for me. It was like, oh no, I know you're not gonna like this. So let me take you over here and show you our special items or what's behind the glass, right? Because that's how I treated myself. Like, how dare you treat me with the bare minimum? We're not doing that. And lastly, I started to truly enjoy my own company. A little bit too much so, if I'm honest, but I truly love just being with me. Whether it was reading, singing, praying, meditating, or even watching TV or a movie, just being in my own company satisfied me. I didn't have the desire to be around a lot of people. I didn't have the desire to go out and be around people that I necessarily didn't want to. I was okay doing things alone, at home. Even if I did go out, it still was a good time. To be honest with you, going out alone is actually one of the best kept secrets because you meet a lot of fascinating people. Nothing wrong with a good girls trip. But if you go out alone, honey, let me tell you, you're going to meet somebody. Somebody going to come and talk to you. And it's going to be a time. So it all depends on how you carry it. But yeah, those are the 3 things that changed in my life once I truly learned to love myself. What does loving yourself mean? I'll tell you that in the next video. Good day.